One big rule I've always said on this channel, in order not to get scammed by a Filipina who is only looking to take your money from you, is simply not to give her any money unless you've met her in person. And even then, it should only be a small amount, perhaps on a monthly basis. Doing this ensures, should the relationship not work out for any reason, you won't have lost out much financially. The COVID situation for the best part of 2020 has some guys not really sure what they should do, and others freely sending money to a Filipina that they've never met in person. So the question becomes, should you be sending money to a Filipina you haven't met in person during COVID? But just quickly, if you're enjoying our channel and would like regular information, tips and resources around relationships with Filipinas from pre-dating through to dating and marriage, then feel free to subscribe and hit the bell icon for all future videos. It's a wonderful thing to be compassionate at this time in the world where many people have lost income, and especially in countries like the Philippines where people were already struggling prior to COVID. But now, there's no denying things are much worse in the Philippines at this present time. But one must also know that this opens up the door for non-genuine Filipinas to use this as a way to tug at your heartstrings in order to get regular monthly payments from you. And really, all for not much more than chatting to you online every day and saying that she really likes you. Now, I don't want to be too skeptical here because there are genuine Filipinas out there who are really struggling and who would never, under normal circumstances, accept any money from you. Good Filipinas are very proud and independent women who certainly don't rely on a man for their support. I've been told by many guys on this channel who have openly stated that they've never met the Filipina in person and the Filipina has never asked them for any money. But these guys have said that they've insisted on sending some money to help her out because they know that she's lost a job due to COVID. So do I think sending a woman you've never met in person any money at all is okay? Well, it's not really a straight yes or no answer as it was prior to COVID. Before COVID, clearly I would say no, don't send any money to her until you've met in person, and even then, keep it to a very small amount. Now that small amount would certainly make a difference to her, but wouldn't be much of a loss to you should things not work out. But since COVID has thrown a spanner in the works, I do say under some circumstances it is okay to send a small amount to a Filipina, but not one who comes straight out and asks for it, as that certainly indicates what her real intentions are. And certainly I wouldn't be sending any money to her if I'd only been chatting to her for less than 2 or 3 months. And you can be sure that one really needs to listen to his gut feeling and to know within himself if sending money to her is the right thing to do. If you find you're questioning yourself and you feel uneasy about doing so, then clearly don't do it. But if you decide to do it, then be realistic about how much it takes for a Filipina to get by on a monthly basis. You certainly don't want to be paying for the entire family here or increasing her lifestyle to something far more luxurious than she previously had. For her to survive, I would say no more than 3,000 to 4,000 pesos a month should suffice. That's around $75 to $100, give or take, and that's certainly not over the top and won't be missed should things not work out. If you've only been speaking to her for a short amount of time, then be sure to learn about the red flags so you can identify them and then act on them. Be sure to check out the card at the top of the screen now for many red flags to watch out for in a quick 3-minute video. Be sure to be observant when speaking with her so you get a better feeling around if she's genuine or not. But at the end of the day, it's your call to make on if you send money, and if so, how much will you send, and also for how long will you send it to her. Because at some time this pandemic will be gone and people will get back to their normal way of living. So be very clear to her so she understands how long these payments will continue for. One must know, and it's something that I often say, is that no relationship anywhere in the world is ever guaranteed to last. No matter how long we take to get to know someone, and no matter how well we may treat our partner, sometimes things fall apart, and that's called life. But we can stack the odds more in our favour by taking plenty of time to get to know someone and by being observant to her behaviours and if what she tells you is always consistent or does it change. At the end of the day, if you choose to send money to her during this difficult time, I commend you as a very caring person because that's what we do when we care for someone. Just make sure that it's an amount that will never be missed, and if things don't work out long term, then don't blame the Filipina and tell everyone she scammed you or was only after your money. You must know that giving her money at this time is a gift that comes with no conditions, especially if you're very new as chatmates who have never met in person. I do hope that this video has given a bit of clarity to those who are unsure and maybe some guidelines for those who decide to send money at this time. For more information and tips around a successful relationship with a Filipina, be sure to check out the playlist on screen now. Thanks for watching, stay safe and take care.